So yeah, of course. So where to begin? So we found in the last project that one of the biggest almost like roadblocks was this understanding of virtual reality, or this fear of being able to purchase equipment, being able to know how to use it, to set it up, to facilitate a space or activities with it. And so we wanted to figure out how could we take what we learned and all of the values of having these conversations that we did in virtual reality, along with those co-design activities that got us to those final projects. How could we maybe take away some of the technology that is purely focused on virtual reality and open it up to other things? So it could still include virtual reality, but it's more about the space that you're creating to have these conversations, to have these co-design sessions. So if you're a smaller library, maybe you don't have the necessary budget or the resources to create these super expensive spaces. We're trying to show people that even with just sticky notes and big pieces of paper and pencils, you can still create conversations and activities that achieve the same goals and the same end points, but not necessarily having to add that layer of complexity that maybe virtual reality would add.
Yeah, and I think what we also wanted to do is to give this tool to people working in spaces, especially with like teen spaces, that would allow them to create these opportunities, create these spaces to talk about teen mental health with them, but also think about strategies with co-design that will be the kind of like the conduit to have this conversation. So we're thinking about co-design as the perfect method to engage teens in these conversations around mental health. And also we were thinking about how we could create something that would be adaptable, that would be more agile, right? That we learned that we had created a lot of lesson plans and mirror boards, and because of different contexts and different constraints and opportunities, they could not be replicated exactly the same. So we wanted to create something that was flexible and very clear for people to implement. And so we're working towards creating this deck of cards, right, that are going to allow people to plan and to facilitate these conversations.